Good morning, friends. It's Carrie from Texas on this Sunday morning. It is a rough day for me. I learned of a very good friend of mine who passed away suddenly, and that is always a really hard way to start your day. But I also don't want to get out of the routine of talking about these things that Harris has done and plans to do that are going to destroy this country. And we've talked about so many of them. One of the things that I find so unbelievably ironic and demonstrates their absolute double standard is the last week in Chicago, right? So Harris herself has actually helped raise money to defund the police. And when the beating took place, where there was such riots a couple of years ago, she was actively involved in the narrative of defunding our police, and that it had to be completely overhauled, and that there are bad people, and we really need to take that department and gut it and start all over again. Well, let me tell you something. There's bad people in everything. There just is. Unfortunately, there is good and evil in everything. And the devil is definitely alive and well and influencing, I'm sorry to say, the Democratic Party. Because their actions prove this to all of us. So the hypocrisy of the left is what I really want to talk about today. First of all, they claim that they're a party of humanity and that everyone is supposed to be treated with dignity and respect, except Donald Trump, because he is the devil incarnate, although he has a beautiful family and grandchildren and this remarkable family of friends. And you would think if he was really that bad a person, somebody would come through from that inner circle and debunk this remarkable man and all of the things that he's achieved in his life. So that's the first thing. They are hypocrites. They are, we want all of these things to help humanity, but yet every single day, every single one of them does nothing but think up ways to destroy another human being. That's the first thing. And that's a hypocrite. Absolutely a hypocrite. And they lie. They lie about it. Because if they're saying one thing and doing another, they're lying to you about how they feel. So, hypocritical. They're all hypocritical. Then this week in Chicago, just think for a minute about what we saw on the news coverage. These massive barricades to deter people. And in order for those barricades to work, there has to be what? There has to be police, right? Oh, but it's okay for them to want the police and the protection when they need it. They just don't want you and I to be protected by it. And so, again, they are this hypocritical, two-faced entity where 1 minute it's let's tear them apart. We don't need them. We need to defund the police. They're all racist. They're all this. They're all that. They're bad people, and we need to just get rid of them. Harris included here. She's one of the biggest champions of this. But yet, when they need it, or they're concerned about their safety, or the situations that personally affect them, it's a completely different story. So, which way is it? Are you going to treat all human beings with dignity and respect? They don't do that either, because they murder babies that are late term in their pregnancies. I am sorry. It is murder. When a baby can live outside the mother's wound and you suck that baby out and you tear it from limb to limb, that's treating a human being, and it is a human being. It just hasn't arrived here yet. It can live, it can breathe, it can eat. Not without help, but it is a human being. If it is survivable outside the wound and you take that life and you murder it, it is murder. I don't care how you spin it. So again, another example of how they don't treat everybody the same. Then let's take Robert F. Kennedy, one of your own, with a lineage like any other political person in this country, and you shun him. You shun him and you do everything possible for him not to be able to get on the ticket and represent the people that want him. Oh, but that's different, right? Another example of your hypocrisy and your lies. So let's see. Babies, Donald Trump, Robert F. Kennedy, and the police. You want to defund the police only again until you need it. So you lie about all of these things. You're hypocrites about all of these things. And you want the American public to just blanketly say, okay, she can go in and she can become president when she's done absolutely nothing to demonstrate to us her leadership skills whatsoever. Nothing. Not to mention, she hasn't even sat with reporters for anybody to find out who she is except this giggling, babbling idiot that happened to be the right color for Joe Biden to pick her as vice president. And if you don't think that's the reason he did that, you're also lying. Sorry, but that is why he chose her. Because she is the most unpopular vice president in history. 2 months ago, Barack Obama and all the oligarchs and higher up in the Democratic Party were trying to think of ways to get rid of her so she wasn't on the ticket when Biden ran. Oh, but then they set him up. Again, another example of their lies. Oh, he's doing great. Even Kamala Harris said, oh, I'm with him every day. He's sharp as a tack. And then it all changed. Again, when they need it, they're going to do whatever they have to do to make the system work, circumventing the way that it is supposed to be done and the Constitution, and then they lie, and they're hypocrites. They lie and they're hypocrites. Now, every human being is imperfect. We are all like that. But when it is a consistent track record of doing this every single time, really, that's the kind of leadership you want in the White House. After all, you've had 12 of the last 16 years in power, and look where we are. Thank God Donald Trump actually won that election, and we had 4 years of reprieve from your horrific leadership, or God, we all may be bankrupt already, because that is where we're going to go if this woman is elected as President of the United States. And World War III will definitely be what is happening. She has no clue. She has no diplomatic skills. She has no communication skills unless she is reading from a teleprompter. So there you go. That's the Democrats. And they will do anything and everything to stay in power, including disowning and turning their back on one of the greatest families in American history, who has seen tragedy after tragedy, try to assassinate a former president, steal an election, murder babies that can live outside the womb on their own, lie, cheat, all for their own power. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. They care about themselves. That's why they lie, and that is why there's always a double standard. I don't want that representing the country that I love, that I call home. Do you? God bless you, and God bless America.